Hi, um, my name is BN. Welcome to the Liberian Bitcoin Blockchain and Cryptocurrency Forum. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about my experience in the whole cryptocurrency space and some of the mistakes I made when I got started a few years back, and how you can actually take those mistakes to consideration and try to do better so that you don't make the same mistakes I made, especially when it comes to investment in the cryptocurrency space. So I'm going to dive into it. So a few years ago, the start of 2018, I was told about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency by a family friend and actually a family member. And I was told that, hey, this is something that might, change the world. You might want to take a look into it. And, if it makes sense to you, you should try to invest in it. So prior to then, everything I knew about investment was just stock and 401k and retirement. Those were what I define as investment, and also real estate, right? But I wasn't really actively involved in any of those things, except maybe investment from my company where I work. But I started to do some research and I started to read about Bitcoin and crypto and the technology actually supporting uh, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, which is the blockchain. What's interesting was during that time period, it was fascinating because prior to January of 2018, when I got in, the end of 2017, there was a massive bull run, and the prices of some of these crypto projects went up like crazy, and a lot of people make money. So there was so much excitement and the energy in space was massive. I think Bitcoin went all the way up to $20,000 for the first time. And the mainstream media was talking about crypto, and there were so many new projects and new startups being created every day. At that point, I can vividly remember there was about 7,000 different crypto projects. So it wasn't as much as now. Right now, I think there's about 22,000 different projects. It makes it really difficult trying to sort which one of those projects are potentially rewarding projects to invest in when you have a huge number like 22,000, because you have to figure out the best one from the worst ones, right? But nevertheless, I started doing my research. I had a chance to read a Bitcoin white paper, and it didn't really make sense to me conceptually because I wasn't really computer science equipped to understand some of the concept and some of the technology that the white paper was trying to explain. I didn't understand the concept of money and how money even works. So, uh, but I pick up a few things here and there from the paper. And I also started doing my own research, started reading articles and listening to podcasts and listening to some YouTube videos on crypto. And as time went by, I started understanding the whole crypto space from a bigger perspective, right? One of my concerns at that time was the fact that a lot of people were talking about cryptocurrency is going to replace the legacy currency, which is the US dollar. And to me, it didn't really make sense because I was thinking, well, in order for crypto to do that, crypto has to debase the US dollar. And if regulators are going to do the regulations on cryptocurrency, how would they regulate uh, currency that would pretty much put the US dollar out of business? Didn't really make sense. Um, but over time, I started to get a bigger picture and bigger concept of the technology actually supporting crypto. And I realized that the real technology, which is the blockchain, was what gives cryptocurrencies and and Bitcoin the validation that they've so much gotten around that time, right? but a lot of people talk so much about the currency aspect of it instead of talking about the technology that actually supports the the projects. So I started to be more fascinated with the technology. So I started, reading about some of the important problems that cryptocurrency and blockchain technology can actually solve, and I was fascinated with that. And so that research period in uh, my curiosity actually led me to figuring out how to find good projects from fake projects, you know. And one of the projects that I became so attracted to was the Cardano project because of the team. It's one of the things you want to look at when you're researching projects. You want to look at the team, the competence of the team, and the qualifications of the members that makes up that team, right? Where did they go to school? Where have they worked? What is their qualification like? What project have they worked on? Have they worked for Have they worked for Facebook? Have they worked for YouTube in the past? Microsoft? Some of those big tech companies, have they worked for Amazon? Well, those are some of the things I was looking for, and not just the academic and professional credentials of those people, but also the the quality of people, the ethics and the their connections to some of the institutions. Those are things I was also looking at. So I did, at the initial stage, invested in some projects that I thought didn't really understand, or because of the time and the moment, I invested in some projects that I didn't stay too long and I didn't keep my money there for too long, my investment there for too long. So at some point I came out, but some of those projects actually ended up going up massively and made so much money. So like Cardano was one of those projects that in 2020, when the COVID announcement was made, the market went down substantially, and Cardano was as low as 1.9 cent. And at that time, I think I accumulated over 500,000 pieces of Cardano, and I had it kept in my Yoroi wallet. It was an app wallet that Cardano created. I have so much respect for Charles Hoskinson. He is the founder of Cardano, and he still is currently, and used to work for Ethereum too. He was actually the first CEO for Ethereum. So I thought the guy was very competent. I still think he is, and he's going to do a whole lot, I think, for Cardano in the future. But anyways, I got Cardano when it was 1.9 cents, and it went up to 15 cents, and I sold all my Cardano. Cardano passed 15 cents, went up to 30 cents, went up to $1, went up to $2, went up to $3, went up to $3.10. So imagine that. I technically, when I calculated, I could have made over $1.5 million just from Cardano alone. And, you know, I get really frustrated thinking about that. But hey, that's what this space is. Sometimes, you don't always get things don't always work, but I've learned so much from that. I've learned a lot about being patient. I learned a lot about actually, once you know the project you're invested in, just, you just have to just sit and wait, you can't just, you can't just come out because you got a little bit of gain, right? But when you also think about it, I got in that 1.9 cent, 2 cent, and it went up to 15 cents and I came out. I made like 7 times my money. But compared to how much I could have made if I had stayed there, it would have been probably over 150 times my money. So, you know, even Dogecoin, at some point I bought over 15 million pieces of Doge and I had it for probably a week. But Doge was one of those projects where there wasn't any really tangible utility with Dodge. And I was looking at utility at the time, like what can this project actually do? What solution are they trying to get at? So, but I sold my Dogecoin. I sold off 14 million plus pieces, and Dodge went as high as almost 70 cents. So imagine if I had kept that, it would have been like probably about 8 million or something dollars. But those are like what it could have been, and I don't really want to talk about it too much, but those are some of the things that happen, um, and it is a little frustrating, but it really made me a better person that I've actually learned a lot about patience, and it's something I never had before, right? So, and then I've also learned to prioritize more on the utility of some of those projects as opposed to just chasing after the bag. Because if you chase after utility, once utility is adopted, you're definitely going to make a lot of money. So nowadays, I'm just primarily focused on like utility and what are some of the problems this project is going to solve. So I don't really do a whole lot of trading like I used to. I mean, I've done a few trading where I made like few thousands of dollars per trade, like $10,000 here and there. But, you know, it's pretty risky too. You can lose a lot of money. So, um, this market is a very interesting space, people. I'm not making this video to scare you. I'm not making this video to, you know, that's not why I'm making this video. I'm actually making this video to help you out. If you're a new person in this space, this is the time to actually really start to build your portfolio because the prices of things are cheaper than it can ever be. Um, maybe the market might keep going down, but you can buy things for cheap. And a lot of people, if you've been in this space for a long time, you realize that volume is very important, right? You cannot get rich with a very small amount of volume. But the cheaper things are in the market, the more volume you can accumulate so that when the price starts to go up, you can see massive return on your holdings. So, hey, it is what it is. You lose some, you win some. I'm still in the market. I'm technically still investing in the market pretty much every 2 weeks. I take a portion of my savings and I allocate it towards the market. Hey, my confidence in cryptocurrencies is so massive and is bigger than my fear to lose all my money. That's the thing. That's one of the things that really pushes me because I'm so confident about the performance of the market in the future that it trumps my fear to actually lose. And I think it's a really good position to be in because it really helps a person you know, to be able to sleep at night. So this market is not for people who don't take all your money and come and throw it in the market. Don't take your mortgage and come and throw it in the market. Just put money in the market that you can afford to lose, see what happens. This is an emerging technology, it's an emerging space. You want to be able to take advantage of the market growth, right now early because there will come a time where the market will be so saturated where the gains will not be as much as we see today, 10%, 20%, 30% increase sometimes in a day, but also 30% decrease sometimes in a day. So um, do your own research. If you have questions, I encourage you to uh, seek help, talk to folks that have been in the market, it can help you. Just in closing, I've been initially so much into just the investment part, which I'm still into right now. I'm still buying projects, but I've navigated more towards the utility, the building of products, and That's why I'm partnering with like other organizations and other companies that are building like real product by leveraging blockchain technology. One of the companies now that I'm working for is Akabulium Blockchain, and Akabulium is trying to build a Pan-African blockchain for the continent of Africa, where the validators will be from the continent so that, the money can go to the continent. It's a whole economic system that will be self-sustaining on the continent. So I'm all for that kind of sort of utility. But I'm also still an investor. And I think there's still chances to make a lot of money and build a lot of wealth from on blockchain. So I encourage you to look into crypto, look into blockchain, do your own research. Don't be so fearful. Life is short. Everything you do in life is risky. Driving to work is risky. Uh, Eating food at a restaurant is risky. Everything is risky. So, hey, you only live once anyway. So take your chances, guys. It's not financial advice. Do your own research. If you have any question, I encourage you to visit the Liberian Bitcoin Blockchain and Cryptocurrency Forum. We are on Facebook. We are also on Twitter. We are on LinkedIn. We're also on TikTok. So uh, we are on YouTube where this video is going to be posted. So just reach out in the comment too. I encourage you to subscribe and let's help build this community where we can educate each other on blockchain and cryptocurrency. So hope you have a nice day. Take care. Bye.